So, my mother used to say, you do not hang dirty laundry in public. But get this, teaching in a school like Green School, where there are no walls, you are always dirty. And teaching in the Green School, where there are no walls, you are always in the public eye. So today I would like to share my story in 3 parts: the past, the present, and the future. I remember arriving at Green School, hoping, dreaming, and discovering. I remember arriving, hoping to find the most amazing, state-of-the-art, groundbreaking, revolutionary education system. I remember arriving at the Green School, dreaming quite a lot. Dreaming about leading educational change, dreaming of being the modern Montessori, Reggio, Steiner, duPreez. I also remember arriving at the Green School, discovering that the landscape and the soil of this institution was not yet ready for my much-needed transformation. So, after my first year, with my bag ready to leave the Green School, I stumbled upon the part of the Green Studies teacher. Now, get this. I walk into that interview and I get told, we want you to create the most amazing, state-of-the-art, cornerstone, one-of-a-kind, flagship program that will define this school as an educational, sustainable change leader in the world of education. And so my journey started. Alongside the trees, the animals, other hidden thought leaders, the bamboo, the gardeners. It's quite amazing. But what was very amazing is the discovery that I made. I think I've made the biggest discovery to date. I've discovered 300 unique, almost extinct, hidden thought leaders, little scientists between the age of 3 and 12 years old. These little scientists, they have changed my life forever. They have moved every implicit belief system I hold on education. They are my biggest lesson to date. So, onwards with these hidden thought leaders, I'm in the present. Now let me tell you this. Working with 300 other scientists is quite a job, especially when you start to realize what's below the iceberg. This is the tricky part, right? We can see above the iceberg. We see their skills, we see their knowledge, we see their projects, we see quite a lot of things. But when you go below the iceberg, and when you work with these very, very unique species, it's a different ballgame. Now, many people ask me, Nicolene, come on, so what? When you're working with these kids, are there anything that we can do to help, to support, to build these building blocks? Well, yeah, you can. We need to build experiences. We need to capitalize on their attitudes, their values, their dreams, even their fears. We need to invest in their curiosity and in their intentions. So, that brings me to navigating the future. Like, how do we move forward into the future with these 300 scientists? Well, very easy. First, you learn to accept the past. You ground yourself in the present, and then you create the future now. I'm sure many of you are thinking, okay, very idealistic. Those of you that work with me would say, we know you're normally very out there, but what does that mean? Well, it means we need a recipe, right? And I have it. In 3 steps, I figured this out. The first thing that we need to do is to navigate the noise. Navigating the noise. Everyone has an idea, an opinion, a mandate, a curriculum, an agenda, a story to tell. Without action, the future will stay noise of the past. Navigating the noise of parents, management, teachers, government, and even our own. Put it all together,
And this future would sound like, feel like, and look like this noise. Investing in
navigating the noise with parents and teachers and government and everybody. Everybody has an idea. They all have an opinion, they have a mandate, they have a story, they have an agenda. They ask you, they tell you, they sell, they want noise, noise, noise. How do we navigate this? It's just noise all of the time.
Otherwise, it stays noise. Take action. Just take action. Just take action. Action.
Just take action, for heaven's sake. That's all we need to do, right? So now, with my book in my hand, taking action, navigating the noise, I am here to tell you, if we want to invest in these biocentric children who are naturally egocentric, ask any one of these scientists whose dad is the fastest. Mine. Who made that? Me. Who wants this? Me. We need to consciously invest in their coexistence. So, after navigating the noise, it also calls on us as teachers to not just have a well-thought-out lesson plan. It's calling on a community of educators to be courageous, to have grit, to stand up and do what is right for education and for our kids, because they need to live and learn in this world of wonder and awe. So, I've given you step 1, right? Navigate the noise. Now, step 2, create experiences. Experiences that are not bound by outcomes, quantity, packaged, pre-planned lesson plans. I'm not talking about those types of experiences. I'm talking about experiences, the unseen, those type of experiences where kids come and say, I'll show you. I want to show you. I'm super excited. I have learned something. And I invite you now to journey with me and see what this looks like when you invest in the biocentric child who is here now in this day, ready to share his experiences.
Sometimes when I look out of the window, I think about, like, should I do my own stuff? Should I do that? And then my brain explodes. My brain is always going crazy. I cannot control my brain. Because first thing that I really liked are the signs of the explosions. I like those explosions. This universe is not the only one that's moving around me. I do wonder about lots and 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 lots of things. Because I'm still choosing what I'm going to grow up. I don't know if I'm going to be a scientist, fisherman, whatever. What happened tomorrow? That was the last thing I learned when I became like a real scientist. When I wanted to be a scientist. That was the last thing I learned. When I see the moon, sometimes I see it red. When I see it red, I think there's another planet there. The Earth is our planet. There's only one Earth. This one has hot and water. No planet has that. Earth has oxygen. It could be the only one that has life in it. I really like the ozone layer because it helps us from getting too much sunlight. When my first plant has a fruit, that's gonna make me happy. And when I catch my first big fish, that's gonna be surprising. I remember when me, my dad, and Kaden saved a giant fish. It was like a big fish. That's the biggest fish that I saw. It's like I can't believe my eyes. I didn't really catch it. Well, I bring it near shore, and then we released them. Yay! And then Kitten was like happy because we actually got them free. I thought they were gonna get eaten by people. Like when they grow big and fat, they're gonna be eaten by people. But when there's meat on your table, don't waste it because it was killed just for you. And wasting it means an animal that needed to survive and that was for you had been dead for no reason. If you do that a lot, then everybody does it to one species, it could disappear forever. But some things are already damaged, the ozone layer, the environment is changing, nothing can escape from it. Even a planet won't escape. Even gravity cannot escape. I want to discover to make connections, and it makes them want to care about the earth. We can stop climate change, that's what I mean.
Wow, right? You've just invested 5 minutes of your life into the Biocentric Child. Now let me tell you, nothing in that video was not something that I hear every day of my life, working with all of your children in the Green Studies. It's just as profound, just as amazing, just as special. And you know what? Those 300 scientists I work with every day, they can stop climate change. That's what I mean. It's really amazing. Now I've given you navigate the noise. I've given you invest in the experiences. Now the third part of this recipe, and this one sits very close to Pak Sao's heart, as you could have heard. Adaptation, right? Adaptation of thought. What does this mean? Like, why should we adapt our thinking? Why should we start viewing education in a different way? Because it's changing. The environment is changing. We are changing. Our kids are changing. They are screaming out loud for this change, for us to help them. But they need our adaptation of thought. Why? Because then we can support children to really immerse themselves in this world. All of its brilliance, its magnificence, its beauty, also its brutality and terror. But you know what happens then? There's this inseparable balance that happens in their learning. A gift that we cannot underestimate. Now, I have many colleagues here. They won't put up their hands. I know they won't, because we need to just boost them to take that step. But I can tell you something. If you, after this talk, come to me and say, Nicolene, in all honesty, you're expecting me to bring a magic hat under my arm to school, one that I will just have to take to my class and pull out something amazing. You're asking me to pull out some crazy idea. I expect that. Yes. You know what? I expect that of every teacher, of every parent, of every person in this room. I expect that of global education. Look at those kids. Look at those kids. Automatically curious, caring, wondering, adapting, thinking, problem solving. I did not ask them, right? Our children are innate, wired to do this. Innately. We just need to step back and say, take a moment and observe this. Because we're so scared, right? This might not fit in. It doesn't go with the procedure. Parents might not like it. Never mind the global audience that are watching us. Risk-taking. Yes, I hear that the bird is scared. Our children are consciously living what we are teaching them here at the Green School. So, in closing, I am calling global education, and that includes the Green School, to consciously start creating conscious change makers. Thank you very much.